Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you on.
Okay, thank you. We got about 4.5 minutes left in the JV, so.
Okay, we got about a minute till the stream's supposed to start, so I'll keep you updated on how that sounds.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Video looks good, and we do have audio.
Okay, thank you. Tiffany,
Yeah.
we got about, they're putting 19:45 on the clock, so let's go with 9 minutes.
Okay.
What's that put us at? About 7 o'clock or so?
About 7 o'clock.
No, that'll work.
A minute 30 till intro.
Okay, thank you.
A minute till intro. Till intro. Starting intro now. .30 till go. .15. Five, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, everyone, to Tasker Arena. Time for Hobbs Eagle basketball. Live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube as the Eagles tonight take on the Clovis Wildcats, number 2 game of the district. I'm Ty Friend. Tiffany Stuber back at the station tonight as your Hobbs Eagles getting ready for another home matchup. Of course, they were on the road on Tuesday night, a Mercy Roll win over Roswell High, 75-30, a 45-point victory in that ball game. The Eagles shooting the lights out at the free throw line. They had 48 attempts, 31 converted for 65%, so definitely helped out their cause. 31 points on the scoreboard because of free throws. Top scorer was Aaron Mora, who had a double-double, 21 points and 12 rebounds. Jalen Gore with 19 points, including 3 trays. And Michael Mackey with a lot of stats to his name, too. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. So 3 guys in double digits. Cotre Morgan also getting 8 with 5 rebounds. Eagles had 15 turnovers, but they also had 12 steals on the defensive side. Eagles had 9 players at the free throw line in that ball game and out-rebounded Roswell 35-23. Hobbs up by 27 at the half, 44-17, and outscored Roswell in the second half, 31-13. So pretty much domination in all 4 quarters. In fact, Roswell only getting single digits through all 4 of those quarters. The highest was 9 in the second. Eagles scoring 18, 26, 20, and 11 to wrap it up. Unfortunately, one player has been DQ'd for this game, and that's Tyler Box. He got fouled pretty hard from behind and teed him up and then also ejected him along with 2 Roswell players, so he will have to sit out 1 game before he can return. That'll be next Friday night with the Carlsbad game on the road. So just kind of get you caught up with what's going on there. So the Eagles with that win are now 19-2. This would be the 20th win tonight as Roswell dropped to 0-1 in the district. Also just going on earlier tonight, I should just mention this before I forget, the Hobbs JV winning big over Clovis, 62-43. Take a look at these Clovis Wildcats, the varsity, having some issues this year. 3-18 on the season, so minus 15 in the loss column there. 0-1 in district. They lost to Carlsbad on Tuesday night, got blown out 60-27, so losing by 33 in that one. Carlsbad had 2 big starting quarters, 26-9 in the first and 25-6 in the second. They were up 51-15 at the half, a 36-point lead. And in the second half, very low scoring going on as Clovis outscored Carlsbad with the running clock 12-9, so not much offense for either team in that second half. In terms of other stats, Carlsbad out-rebounded Clovis 28-14, 10 steals for Carlsbad in that ball game against Clovis, and they held the Wildcats to 42% from the field. Carlsbad was perfect on the line at 100%. Now the top scorers for Clovis in that game, they only got 4 in the books. R.J. Nora finished with 13. Luciano Webster had 8, and Manuel Gutierrez with 5. Only 3 3-pointers put down by Clovis. They were 6 of 10 from the free throw line. And the previous weekend, Lovington got the win over Clovis. That was in Lovington, 57-55. Of course, the Wildcats a pretty decent record this year at 12-5. Brian Weiss scored 21 for Clovis to lead the Wildcats in that one. He had 5 3-pointers for the Purple squad, and R.J. Nora added 19. So Weiss and Nora combined for 40 points. Luciano Webster had 8. The Wildcats went 13 of 19 from the free throw line, and they gave up 5 3-pointers to Lovington defensively. The Wildcats really not helping out their cause because they only hit 4 of 13 free throws, so they still won by 2 over Clovis, but that was kind of the situation there. So that's the situation with the score, 57-55, a 2-point win for Lovington in that game. And we're going to take a quick break as we're live at Tasker Arena. The Hobbs Eagles and the Clovis Wildcats getting ready for a big arch-rival matchup. We will take a 2-minute break and come back live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
You're clear.
So what do you got going there? You said what?
You need to turn the stream down because it's blasting.
See, that's what. Here we go again. Setting it right where it's been before. I don't know where to. Could you understand me, or was it completely distorted?
You could understand you. It's just it has like a high-pitched static behind you, and that's how I knew you were blasting. It's not as bad as it normally is, but you were blasting.
Okay. Well, I thought it's been bad all these games, or what?
No, it's actually been good. I don't know why it's blasting this time.
I put all my buttons right back to where they were for my my originals that I've been sticking with, and I'm trying to see if I need to turn this one down.
1 minute.
Give me an update on that via text if you could, please.
I will.
Thank you.
$30. $15. $5. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to Tasker Arena. Ty Friend here with you as the Hobbs Eagles and the Clovis Wildcats getting ready for battle. Second game of the district schedule, a home game for the Eagles. Right before the break, talk a little bit about some of the games that Clovis has played recently with losses to Lovington and Carlsbad. Take a look at the common opponents between Hobbs and Clovis, Lovington being one of those. In fact, they've lost twice, Clovis has, to Lovington by 10 and by 2. Eagles beat the Wildcats by 34, so big difference there. Oregon Mountain have been played 3 times by Clovis, lost by 3, by 15 and 8. The Eagles beat Oregon Mountain by 24, so big differential there. In terms of Goddard, Clovis has lost 3 times to Goddard, 1, 5, and 9. The differentials there. Eagles throttled, I should say, Goddard, 48 points in the win on that one. Artesia, 1 time as Clovis played them by -5 in that one, losing. Hobbs defeated Artesia by 16. Versus Centennial, Clovis lost by 6. The Eagles beat Centennial by 34. Los Lunas, Clovis lost by 3. The Eagles winning by 27 and by 11 in 2 different games. And Roswell, who we just mentioned a few seconds ago, they actually got beat by Clovis by 24, but the Eagles beat Roswell by 45. So big difference there as well. So if you take a look at all those common opponents, Hobbs really has the advantage. And one other one, Amarillo Tascosa, Clovis lost by 23. The Eagles won by 11. National anthem here at Tasker. We'll take another 90-second break.
You're clear. 30. Ten. 5, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to Task Arena here in the pregame show. Those of you listening and watching on YouTube, we had a little bit of technical issues there, trying to get everything straightened around in terms of sound. Hopefully radio clear as a bell. Get some thumbs up on text. Allison Friend, my wife, I'm sure listening right now, gave me a thumbs up, so hopefully that's the badge of honor that I needed to keep going tonight. Hobbs versus Clovis, as we mentioned, and the two teams out coming on the court right now. The Eagles with their souvenir basketballs getting ready to throw into the crowd. And let's get the starting lineups. First for the Wildcats, Brian Weiss, number 2. Number 4, Luciana Webster. Number 14, Cash Roberts. Number 32, R.J. Nora. And the tallest player for the Wildcats, number 34, Andrew Hall. He stands at 6'6". Wildcats are 3-18 on the season, 0-1 in district for Coach Jaden Isler. And for your Hobbs Eagles, big-time scoring so far for the Eagles, and their top scorer right now, and it's a close battle, Aaron Mora with 19.8 a ball game. He's also the top rebounder at 10 a contest, so lots of good stats there for Aaron Mora. Right behind him, though, Jalen Gore averaging 19.7 a game. He is their top three-point shooter with 57 on the season. He needs 5 to break the career record for three-point shots. Definitely could be doing that tonight against Clovis. He's also number 1 in assists at 3.2 a game, and for steals at 2.4. So he's just a guy that's going to get you stats in all different categories. Third in scoring numbers so far is Michael Mackey. He's averaging 8.5 a game. He's number 1 in steals, tied with Jalen Gore at 2.4, and second in assists at 2.8. Another big stat man for the Eagles. Katre Morgan, he's 4th in scoring on the team at 7.4 a game. Also second in rebounding at 6.1. He's one of the scrappers on the team. And last but not least, Ethan Van Landingham, probably Mr. Bruges, you could call him. He's always hitting the hardwood, averaging 2.2 points a game. And he's also 3rd in assists at 2 a contest. The Eagles are shooting 45% from the field, 29% from three-point range, and 66% from the free throw line. Hobbs getting 13.6 steals a game and giving up 13.6 turnovers, so they are even. Now, they've been pretty much positive in the steal category over the turnovers up until the last game against Roswell, but now they are even, so they definitely want to take care of the basketball to keep those numbers in the positive, at least on the defensive side. So there's your starters again tonight. Mackey, Van Landingham, Gore, Morgan, and Aaron Mora. Max Preps poll for this week has the Eagles sitting at 5th, 19-2 record. Clovis not even making the top 20 as they're down at number 26 out of 28 teams in the 5A, so they are completely struggling at this point in time. And Roswell just one notch above them at 25, and that doesn't happen very often now with the Roswell basketball programs the last few years, so kind of a question mark there. They lost 7 seniors from last year's team. Carlsbad sits at number 8, 3 spots down from the Eagles at 18-3. Of course, the Eagles will have a few days off, and they will play Carlsbad next Friday night, that game on the road. So catch that right here on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube. No other games until then, so a little bit of a breather time for the Eagles. Hopefully get everybody back to 100% with the different bugs going around. Of course, we'd like to wish a quick recovery to one Hobbs Eagle player that's been out sick the last week or so, Darius Royal, and hopefully he'll get himself on the mend as quickly as he can. Mentioned a few minutes ago, too, Tyler Box is out. Unfortunately, he was ejected against Roswell. As Aaron Moore getting ready to jump for the Hobbs Eagles in the white uniforms, black and purple and white for Clovis. Moore tips it twice, and Mackey picks it up in the backcourt as Moore gets the jump over Andrew Hall. Eagle basketball in the front court, pass to Gore in the left wing, fadeaway 3 to get it going, right through the net. That's a great way to start. The crowd reacting to that one. Get to sit down early here. They were on their feet to get it moving. 3-0 Hobbs here in the first quarter. Into the front court, pass on the right side of the block to Hall. To the right corner, an air ball on the tray by Luciana Webster. And the ball was trying to be saved down in the right corner by Van Landingham. He sailed towards the Hobbs Eagles student section and couldn't get the grip he wanted and tried to throw it up court. It goes out near the half-court line. So the Wildcats will get it back. I guess they're going to count that as a turnover against the Eagles. Into the front court comes Luciano Webster, point guard. Throws it across the timeline to Roberts, top of the circle, guarded by Van Landingham. Slides right off the dribble. Gives the ball off to Webster. Dribbling through his legs. That's Weiss. Hands it off to Webster on the right wing. And he'll back it out towards the timeline. Still early here in the first quarter. A lot of dribbling going on as Weiss will get on the left wing. He just keeps continuing to dribble. Pass off to the right wing. Spinning is Roberts. Roberts back deep to the top of the arc to Weiss near the timeline now. Drives to the right elbow. Kicks that up top. A lot of passing going on. Roberts down the free throw line. Extends the pass over to left wing to Webster. They call the reach foul on Catre Morgan. So a lot of perimeter passing going on for the Clovis Wildcats. And they called the foul, as I said, on Morgan. That'll be his first team foul on the Eagles. Ball will be inbound on the near sideline in front of the student section. Webster throws it into the right wing, picked up by Weiss. Dribbles to the right corner off the crossover move. Now back up top of the circle. Zigzags it back to the right corner. Puts on the pivot. And back to the top of the arc to Nora. Nora with the stop and go. Drives the right side of the lane. Goes high off the glass and puts it through the hole. So Nora on the scoreboard. It's 3-2 Eagles. Quickly into the front court. Van Landingham up top to Jalen Gore. Fakes a three. Gives over to Mackey right wing. Down to Moore on the right base. Up top to Gore. Fakes a tray again. Over to Mackey right side. His three's on the way, and it's right through the cylinder. 2 trays already for the Eagles. 6-2 your score. Here comes Clovis across the timeline. A bounce pass through the defense to Webster, but taken away by Catre Morgan for the first Wildcat turnover. Backdoor to Mackey. Back-to-back buckets. A high-skying layup off the right glass. Mackey with 5. It's 8-2. Eagles by 6, their biggest lead of the contest. Quickly in the front court, a spin at the free throw line by Webster. Gives it down to Nora on the left block. Takes a couple of steps, and they're going to call a hold foul. Looked like he traveled a little bit. Took 3 there, but they're going to say he got pushed 2. So the foul on the Eagles. It'll be their second team foul, and the second on Morgan as well. It'll be Clovis basketball in the right corner of the baseline underneath their hoop, trailing by 6 to your Eagles. The bounce comes in on the near left wing to Nora, dumps it down to the right block to Hall. Hook shot over the rim, no good. Rebound Mackey underneath for his first board. Dribbles in the front court, lofts it down to Mora in the left block. He tries a hook shot, and he gets slammed down on. Big redhead on top of him that time. That was Andrew Hall, the 6'6" post player for the Wildcats. In fact, they called a different person, though, on the foul. That was Cash Roberts, his first on Clovis. So Mora will step up for 2 free throws. He's got 70% on the season from the charity stripe. Eagles came in at 66 as a team. First shot is up and clinks off the front of the rim. Didn't get enough oomph on that one, but he will get one more. Ronnie Ross will check on for Van Landingham. Also on the court for the Eagles, Jesus Ramos in for Catre Morgan, who's already had 2 fouls on his name. Second shot, no good for Mora. Missed both of them, and there's a battle for the rebound, but it's 2 Clovis kids on the right baseline fumbling it out of bounds off the hands of Hall. So that will be a turnover for Clovis, their second. Eagle ball underneath, over to Gore, left corner, fadeaway 3. This one a swish 2. Second tray in the first quarter. 3 more for the career 3-point shooting record for the strong shooter for the Eagles, Jalen Gore. 11-2 the score now, a 9-point Eagle lead. Quickly in the front court, drive to the left corner, getting away with the travel is Webster. Up top to Nora, drives free throw line and kicks it out to the right corner. Return up top to Webster, he'll back it out. Sends it to the right wing to Roberts. Pass to the right side again to Weiss. Returns deep to Nora, comes around the left circle. He flicks it over to Roberts in front of the Hobbs Eagles student section. He does a handoff as well on the left side to Webster. Drives him into the paint. High-arching shot off the right glass off the hook and puts it through. Nice touch for Webster, his first bucket. 11-4, Eagles by 7. Into the front court comes Mackey on the right wing. Tamora on the right elbow, pivots, kicks out left. Ramos for 3, and he swishes it home. Boy, the Eagles on fire from deep. They've already converted on 4 trays so far and lead 14-4, a 10-point lead, the biggest of the first quarter. Trapped near the half-court line. Ross and Mackey getting a piece of it on the near side. As Mackey gets the steal, tries to throw it up court, it's swatted out of bounds by Webster. That will be the 3rd Clovis turnover. Eagles will get it back in front of the Taskovich band on the near side. Inbound to Mackey with a 10-point lead. Top of the circle to Ross on the high post left. He pivots, goes back door to Moore off the left glass. Uncontested, and lays it in off the glass for two. Moore with his first bucket, 16-4. The Eagles with their biggest lead now of 12 here in the first. Pass to the near sideline to Webster, still in the backcourt on the double team. Gets through Gore and Ross, but falls to the floor. Picked off by Ramos in the paint. Goes ahead to a wide open Ronnie Ross. Reverse layup on the left side as Ross gets on the scoreboard. Fourth Clovis turnover, and already a total of 5 scores for the Eagles, who lead 18-4. Timeout for the Wildcats. We'll take a 30-second break and come back live on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Very clear. How long did you need, Ty?
30, please.
Just making sure.
So we're good on audio then?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what I got turned down enough, but it's supposed to work.
Ten.
That was just on the internet, though, right? Radio was okay?
Right.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Eagles out with a big lead here in the first quarter at Tasker Arena, 18-4 over Clovis. 3:58 left in the quarter. Clovis calling the timeouts. Already the Eagles with a total of 4 3-pointers. 2 for Gore, 1 for Ramos, and 1 for Mackey. Ball comes inbound in the backcourt to Hall, or correction, that's Nora. Bounce pass on the far side to Webster. They call the travel. Pivot foot sliding all over the place. 5 turnovers so far for the Wildcats. The Eagles definitely like to get turnovers as much as they can. They average at 13.6 steals a contest. Jalen Gore in the front court. Over to Mora left wing. Cross court right to Ross. Ross gets tripped. He drives down the lane. No call. Bounce pass back door to Mora. There he is to slap it through the glass in the hole for 2. Mora using both sides of the rim in this first quarter. 4 points for him. 20-4. Eagles' biggest lead is 16 here in the first. Into the front court, a bad pass on the near side. Diving for it is Ross. It goes out of bounds, but it will be back to Clovis. On the near sideline. Inbounding is Nora. Nobody getting open here. Finally gets a bounce pass, a hard one. One hands it to the timeline to Roberts in the front court, guarded by Gore. Uses up his dribble. Pass up top, knocked away by Webster for a second, able to retract it. Gives it over to Weiss on the right wing. Dribbles through his leg, stays out on the perimeter. Up top to Nora. Over to left wing to Webster. Kind of being very patient with the offense here. Stop and go. Crossover move to the free throw line. And a deep pass over the right wing to Nora. Spins in the right elbow, falls to the floor, and they got the travel on that one. So another turnover, 6 total for the Wildcats. Just not getting any flow on their offense. A lot of short passing around the perimeter. Coach Reed's going to go back to the bench and bring in Catre Morgan, who does have 2 personal fouls here in the first quarter as he comes in for Ross. We mentioned already 5 scores for the Eagles. Mackey, Ramos, Ross, Gore, and Mora. Into the front court comes Gore, gets a screen up top for Mora. Doesn't use it for the tray. Instead passes left to Ramos. He puts up an NBA 3 left side off the back of the rim long to the left corner. Ball will be pulled down by Nora and throws it off the leg of a Hobbs Eagle off of Van Landingham out of bounds. It was a good move by Nora to keep the ball in play. Inbound deep to the backcourt to Weiss. Gives it back to Nora on the left wing. Bounce pass again over to Weiss. Throws it across the timeline. Into the right corner, dribbling through his legs is Webster. Back to the timeline. Again, this way deep perimeter passing game. Up top to Nora with the big jump stop. Slides right with the dribble. Now back to left on the zigzag. Bad pass up top, and Morgan is going to take it away for the steal and the layup. Catre Morgan now with his first bucket. 7 Clovis turnovers and an 18-point lead, 22-4. Long pass down at the other end. Missing the tip shot is Hall. Gets his own rebound. Tries to go back up. Actually, that's Juan Hernandez. Second time in the paint, he's fouled. I got it right the first time. That was Hall. The 6'6" post. Big redhead out there as they get the foul call on Van Landingham. His first, 13th foul. First free throw opportunities for Wildcats here in the first quarter. They trail by 18. Looks like Coach Reeves having a talk with the baseline official for some reason. They kind of delayed to get the check in to Hall at the free throw line. First shot is up, and it is good. Kind of shooting off his right shoulder that time, able to put it through, though. That's their third score of the ball game. Webster with the bucket, Nora with the bucket, and Hall now with the free throw. 22-5. 13-point lead for the Eagles. Second shot is up. It's bouncing around, rolling around, and good for Hall. He got them both. 22-6. Eagles by 16. Here comes Mackey quickly in the front court. Oh, he tried to put a jump stop on and was going to pass over to the left wing to Gilberto Miranda, who had just checked in, but then slid the pivot foot and tried to pull the pass back and lost his footing. Second Eagle turnover. Clovis basketball on the far sideline near the scores table in the backcourt. And Van Landingham will be the one-man wrecking crew back there. Be a couple of trap defenders at half court. Miranda and Mackey, the two M's. Pass to the far sideline to Nora. Tries to get it back to his guard. Stolen away by Mackey. Cradle goes to the rack. Misses. Tipped up by Van Landingham with two hands over the left rim. So Van Landingham getting his first bucket and first rebound. It's now 24-6. Eagles match their biggest lead at 18. Quick passing for Clovis. In the front court left wing is Weiss. Keeps it on the left side. Shot on the way for three for Gutierrez. No good. Rebounded a hook by Hall. Gets it swatted by Mora. Tries to chase it down on the baseline, but knocks it off his own hand out of bounds. It will be Hobbs Eagle ball, leading by 18. Here comes Mackey with the dribble. Clovis is playing the half-court D. Top of the circle. Gives it off to Morgan on the high post right. Threads it down to Mora. Right block. Turns and fires a shot. No problem whatsoever. Had about an 8-inch differential over Brian Wise and made him pay. 6 points for Mora here in the first quarter. Biggest lead now is 20. This might be heading to a mercy rule in the first half. Coming across the timeline, far side Nora. Throws it down low, but right into the hands of Morgan for turnover number 8. To Mackey at half court. Weaves through traffic. Back door to Mora again. There he is. Effortless shots off the glass for Mora. He's got 8 here in the first quarter. 28-6, a 22-point lead for the Eagles. Into the front court, near side is Weiss. In the paint again to Hall. He fumbles it away again. Mackey takes it away. That's a 9th turnover. Throws a hard one down to Van Landingham, waiting for it on the baseline, but overthrows him out of bounds. 3rd turnover for the Eagles. So Hobbs looking definitely for that transition game, and sloppy passing in the paint for Clovis. A couple of turnovers in a row trying to get it inside to Hall. The inbound comes to the far sideline as Weiss will get the pass across the time stripe, bounce it into the left wing to Gutierrez, and hands it back to Weiss on the near side. Now left to right against an Eagle 2-3 zone, it looks like, or now a matchup zone. Pass off to the right wing. Ball is being dribbled around by Brian Weiss. Top of the circle. Stop and go through his legs. Kicks it to the left side to Roberts. Handoff behind him left to Weiss. Throws up a 3 off balance in front of the student section and nails it. Weiss with his first bucket of the game, which is a 3-pointer. 28-9. Here come the Eagles up by 19. In the front court, Mackey with 15 seconds left in the first. Gets some tough pressure by Weiss. 1-2-2 zone for Clovis. Drives to the free throw line. Give it to the left side to Miranda. Ball got knocked out of his hands momentarily. Recovers it. Good D by Gutierrez. And now they're going to call the travel. Miranda tried to pivot and throw it up top to Mackey and drug the pivot foot. 4th turnover for the Eagles. 3.7 seconds left in the first. Hobbs up by 19. Wildcat basketball, far side backcourt. Webster checks it to half court. Weiss will shoot it from 3 on the right wing and barely hits the back of the backboard. It was enough time for a rebound, but Hall did not get the shot off quick enough. That was his 3rd rebound, though. But the Eagles with a big lead at the end of one, 28-11 as we go to the second, live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
You're clear. $30. $15. $5, 3, 2, 1, go.
Getting ready for second quarter action from Tasker Arena. Right before the buzzer, they went ahead and counted the rebound and shot there by Andrew Hall. He did get the rebound in time, but it looked like they were going to count that one, and they did on the right baseline. So it is 28-11 instead of 28-9. Get your top scores here in just a second. Clovis basketball in the front court. Juan Hernandez seeing his first action, dribbles and stops with it. Ramos right on top of him near the half-court line, gives it back deep to Weiss. All in with 4 in the first quarter, 2 apiece for Webster and Nora, and 3 for Weiss. Pass down the lane to right side of Webster, throws up a reverse layup, no good. Mackey on the baseline with the rebound, his second. To the near timeline, coming across is Gore. Down to Ramos right corner, hippity hop, tries to come down the lane, lost the ball, but it's tipped out by Nora. Eagles already have a total of 7 scores, led by Mora's 8. 6 for Gore, 5 for Mackey, 3 for Ramos, 2 apiece for Ross, Van Landingham, and Morgan. Inbound, left side to Gore. 15-footer fadeaway on the left and puts it through the hole. Continues to put him right through the net, too, does Gore. He's got 8 points. 30-11, 19-point lead. 7:15 left, second quarter. Shot from 3 from Webster, right side up the front of the rim, no good. Ramos in the middle of the paint with his rebound. Drives 2 on 3. Comes up over the top of his defender. Scoop pass down the lane is knocked out. He got lucky because he ran the heck over Weiss that time, but no charge call. And the ball was also touched by Clovis. Inbound to Gore, wide open on the right wing. Fadeaway 3 and swishes it again. Jalen Gore with 3 trays in the ball game, and he's coming very close to that career record here for 3-pointers. 33-11. Jalen Gore has hit 3 trays in the game. A pass up the far sideline, fumbled by Andrew Hall, but he's sliding out of bounds, and that will be another Clovis turnover. Already double digits, 10 turnovers in the first half. We still got 6:50 left in the second quarter. Coming across the timeline is Mackey. Pass to high post left to Moore as he pivots. Gives it back to Mackey on the right side of the free throw line. Looking for somebody to cut. Nobody's getting open. Bounce pass to Morgan. Left of the free throw stripe. Down low to Ramos. He pivots left and throws up a hook shot over the front of the rim. Going back the other way and scores good across the middle of the hoop that time. So that puts Ramos up to 5 and 35-11 your score. A 24-point lead. Now we got a foul coming across the timeline on the far right as Luciano Webster tried to get his head down and go through 2 defenders, and they're going to call that on Morgan, who just picked up his 3rd personal and the 14th foul. Foul count 4-1 in favor of Clovis. And that'll bring back Van Landingham as Morgan will have to take a seat. Getting himself in foul trouble here in the first half. Inbound to the backcourt, far sideline to Weiss. Little head fake, crossover move in the front court, taking on Jalen Gore to the right wing. Cross court left over to Hernandez. Crossover himself to the free throw line. Pushes off on Van Landingham, and here's the call from the official. Offensive foul push-up. So Hernandez picks up his first, second Clovis team foul, and that'll be the 11th turnover for the purple and black. Eagles up by 24, 35-11. 6 minutes left, second quarter. Gore in the front court. Gets a screen up top from Ramos. Dribbles behind his back to the right wing. Fadeaway 3 on the right. Another one through the hole. This kid is unbelievable tonight on the trays. He's got 4 already here just midway through the second quarter and leads the team with 14 points. 38-11. Up by 27, the biggest lead. Clovis in the front court. Up top is Weiss. To the left wing, driving baseline, Hernandez. Fade away from the left block, an air ball. Pulled down by Hall for his 4th rebound. Tries to go back up, and they call the slap foul, I think against Aaron Mora underneath. That'll be the 15th foul on the Eagles. No, they're going to give that to Ramos. That'll be his first. And that'll send Andrew Hall to the line. He's perfect 2 for 2 from the stripe. The only one that shot free throws for Clovis. Got a delay is the official talking to 3 Hobbs Eagles underneath the hoop. And they're pointing at the floor. I don't know if there's water or blood or something down there. But no, they're going to give it to Clovis out of bounds now on the baseline. Maybe that's what they were talking to the official about. Hey, it's not a shooting foul. The inbound comes up top. Shot is on the way, and a fadeaway 3 and a swish by Juan Hernandez. Mackey bodied him up too, but Hernandez still able to drill it. 38-14. Eagles still by 24. In the front court is Gore. Gets a screen up top from Mora. Dribbles through his leg. Sends it back door to Ramos. Wide open. One hands it through the glass and the rim. He's got another bucket in his name. So Ramos now with 7 points. 40-14 Eagles by 26. 5:08 left here in the second. Ball comes across the timeline to Weiss on the right wing. Stop and go to the right baseline. Pivots. Looking for help. Van Landingham picks him up. Threads it down low to Webster on the right. Misses the layup on the right side. And boy, he had a big collision. Jalen Gore and Mackey hit each other and went down like bowling pins. One back one direction, one the other. And the ball comes rolling out of bounds on the baseline. Unfortunately, that's going to go down as a turnover as well. But they just ran into each other. Ball inbound to the right corner for Clovis underneath their hoop. Nora Gives it up top to Hernandez, dribbling behind his back. Sends it back deep to Nora near the timeline right. Coming back to get the handoff on the right wing is Hernandez. Fires up a shot from the right elbow off the dribble. This one off the back of the rim. Pulled down hard by Webster. Lost the ball. Taken by Jalen Gore. Turner number 12. Up ahead to a wide open Mora. And the tomahawk jam on the right side of the rim. 42-14. Mora now with 10 points. Second leading scorer for the Eagles, and a backcourt violation on the near sideline. Right in front of the Taskervich band. And that'll be the 13th turnover now for the Clovis Wildcats. Not doing themselves any favors. Ronnie Ross returns for the Eagles. Still on the court, Van Landingham, Mora, Gore, and Mackey. Inbound to Gore at the top of the circle, dribbling behind his back. He'll back it out. On the left wing, fires up a three off the back of the rim. Ill-advised shot that time. Rebound in the middle of the paint by Nora. Sends it ahead to a breaking Weiss. Double clutch, rejected from behind by Gore. As he pulled down the rebound, though, his back foot was on the baseline, so that will not be an Eagle possession. It'll go back to Clovis. He had his legs spread pretty wide that time. Inbound to the left elbow for the Wildcats. Weiss gets it down low with the big man. A reverse shot at the hook by Hall on the right glass and puts it through. He's got 6, 42-16. Eagles by 26 here in the second. 4 minutes left in the half as Gore comes across the left wing. Screened by Mora. Takes on 2 defenders. Dumps it to Van Landingham, left corner. Fakes a 3. Gets bodied up. Ball loose. Left wing, and is picked up for the Wildcats on the steal by Hernandez. Turner number 6 sends it down the lane to Weiss, who fumbles it out of bounds on the left side of the paint. He felt a defender coming from behind Van Landingham. He lost control of the basketball for another turnover for the Wildcats. That's their 14th here in the first half. Ross will inbound to Mackey in the backcourt. He'll be by himself with the dribble coming across the timeline near side. Finally picked up as he comes across by Weiss. Screen from Ross. Dish off to Gore on the left wing. Spots up another 3. Foul on the shot. Ball comes over the rim on the right side, but he'll get a chance for 3 free throws here. Those will not count towards his 3-point record, though, that he's working on tonight. They get the foul call against Juan Hernandez, his second, third team foul on the Wildcats. Jalen from the free throw stripe on the season at 76%. Eagles right now have only shot 2 free throws. They're 0 for 2. Jalen will try to improve on that with 3 attempts here. I don't think they said his foot was on the line that time. First one, he kind of lost his balance as he let loose the ball at the line, and it does stay in the hole and goes through. Gore gets the first free throw. 15 points for Jalen Gore, 9 of those coming in this second quarter off 2 trays. He's got 4 trays overall in the ball game. Second shot up and swish for Gore. 2 for 2 on the line. And he'll get one more. 16 for Gore. And make it 17 as he makes all 3 of his free throw shots. Eagles now up by 28. Now their biggest lead of the game. 45-16. Make it 29. 3:29 left, second quarter. Man-to-man matchup for the Eagles now. Now they're going to switch to a 1-2-2 full court press. Inbound to the far sideline to Luciano Webster. Cross court left and getting the pass coming across. Dribbling off his foot though is Hernandez. Able to recover it. Give it off right wing to Webster. Back to the left corner to Nora. Drives the paint. Goes up big with 2 hands. Misses over the right rim. Pulled down on the right baseline by Hall. His fifth rebound. And dishes out right wing to Hernandez. Cross court left. Underneath the hoop is Weiss. Reverse layup no good. Rebound by Moore underneath the hoop. His first board. Up ahead to Ross. Coming down the right side of the lane. Extends through the paint. Goes over the top of the defender and lays it off the right glass for 2. Ronnie Ross with 4 points. 45. Make it 47-16. Eagles by 31. Almost mercy roll here in the second quarter. Pass is deflected by Ross at the timeline. This ball sails out to the far sideline. Luciano Webster got a piece of it as well, the point guard, but fan side it might go back to the Eagles, and it doesn't though. Clovis will retain possession. Ramos will return, comes in the game for Van Landingham as the inbound goes to the backcourt for the Wildcats. Into Webster. Stop and go dribble down the front court. For action, that is Gutierrez. Done ball back for the handoff is Webster, top of the circle. Passes right wing to Nora. Spins. Underhands it on the right side to Weiss on the far sideline. Dribbles off his own knee. Tries to track it back down. Goes down low to the right block to the big kid Hall. Turnaround jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound on the right block by Gutierrez. Fadeaway jumper in the paint and puts it through the hole. Gutierrez with his first bucket. It's 47-18 Eagles. 29-point contest here in the second. 2:08 left before the half as Mackey will come across the timeline. Top of the circle. Underhands it to Gore on the right wing. Getting some tough pressure applied by Webster. Spins, looking for help. Uses up his dribble. To Ramos in the right corner. Spins left. Fadeaway jumper from the right baseline. And knocks it through for an 18-footer. Ramos now with 9 points, 6 here in this second quarter. 49-18 Eagles by 31. The long pass down to the right corner. Shuffle steps by Hall on the travel. The big kid, not the guard they want out there now. That's the 15th Clovis turnover. Eagles up with their biggest lead now, 31 here in this second quarter. 1:45 left before the half. Inbound to Jalen Gore. Come across the timeline now, slowing it up to set up some offense with 1:38. Backs it out to the timeline as he came across. Guarded by Webster. Screen left by Ramos. Sliding with him is Webster. Beats it to the right elbow. Go to Mackey in the right corner. Fakes it three. Shuffles left, and he fires a three anyway. Off the back of the rim. Wrong rebound on the far side by Ross. Dumps it off to Ramos, left base. Hippity hop, goes to the rack. Double clutch off the left glass and puts it through. Ramos now at 8 points here in the second, 11 overall, and a 51-18 lead for the Eagles. 33-point lead, the biggest of the ball game. Into the front court, top of the circle. Wide open for the three, took a few dribbles first. Off the back of the rim, no, Hernandez. Pulled down in the left baseline by Gilberto Miranda. Goes to the timeline to Mackey with 50 seconds. Crossover move to the lane, kick out left to Ross. Three-pointer on the way, no good off the rim. Mackey gets the rebound, puts his head down, fade away, and puts it through the hole, and he's fouled. 7 points, 3 rebounds for Mackey. Remember, he was the guy that got that last-second shot in the paint in that 2-point win, the first game of their series last year in Clovis, right before the buzzer, and got the win for the Eagles. Almost looked like that play right there. 53-18. Mackey with one free throw here. Shot is up, and it is good. Mackey came into the game shooting 72% from the charity stripe and was 8 for 8 against Roswell on Tuesday night. He's got 8 points now and 3 rebounds. 54-18. Mercy roll clock will not get underway until second half, although they made the threshold of 35. It's now 36-point lead. Into the front court, the behind the back dribble is Webster. Taking on Gore with 36 seconds left. Stop and go to the right baseline, double team, threads it down the lane to Roberts, kicks it left corner to Bryce. 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound for Ramos in transition off the dribble off a second rebound. Finds Gore on the left wing, fadeaway 3. Air ball this time. Underneath the hoop is Nora for the rebound, but a bad pass to the timeline, picked off by Miranda. And Miranda tries to get off to the left wing, but throws it behind Ramos, out of bounds. So the team's trading turnovers, 7 for the Eagles and 16 for the Wildcats. Clovis basketball. Inbound to the backcourt. Dribble by Webster with 10 seconds. Going against Gore at the crossover. Across the timeline. Now back to the left on the zigzag. Spins to the right. Gives it off to Nora with 3. Baseline high shot at the back of the rim. Ball tipped up underneath. And that will end the first half of action as Ramos didn't get a chance to chuck it as quickly as he wanted to from three-quarter court distance. But he does pick up his 3rd rebound as the Hobbs Eagles have the big lead at the half over Clovis. 54-18, a 36-point lead. We'll go to mercy roll in the second half as we come back in 3 minutes on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
You're clear. Two minutes. 1 minute. $30. $15. $10. Five, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're back at Tasker Arena here as the Hobbs Eagles leading big over Clovis, 54-18 at the half, up by 36. We will go to mercy roll in the third quarter once we return to action. Also like to give an update on the Hobbs Lady Eagles on the road tonight in Clovis, and they're getting upset right now in the second quarter, 29-20 to Clovis. I've been told by Brian Coltrane, who's doing the game live on the Eagle 100.5, that right now a couple girls are hurt. Erilyn Hall went out. Hargrove had to sit with a couple of fouls early, and they're playing deep in the bench right now. Joseph and Kayla David are not out on the court either, so a lot of stuff's going on there with the Hobbs game, still trailing by 9. We'll get an update on that contest. Again, we're having that broadcast live on 100.5 The Eagle as we speak. Let's take a look at the boys' numbers so far in this first half. First for Clovis, nobody in double digits or close. Andrew Hall, their big 6'6" post player, he's got 6 points and was perfect on the line at 2 for 2 and was the leader in rebounds with 5 for the Wildcats. A couple of guys with trays in the game. Brian Weiss with 3. Juan Hernandez also has 3 to his name. And a couple of guys with 2 points apiece. Luciana Webster, Manuel Gutierrez, and R.J. Nora. The Wildcats were just 2 for 2 from the charity stripe for Hall, 100% on the line. They had 10 rebounds, the same as the Eagles. And the problem with their offense right now, 16 turnovers in the first half. For your Hobbs Eagles, 2 in double figures already. Jalen Gore, 17 points so far. He's got 4 trays. Just needs a few more to have the record for all-time career trays as a Hobbs Eagle. He's also 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. 11 points for Jesus Ramos, 8 of those coming in the second quarter. He hit a tray in the first. Another double-digit performance so far for Aaron Mora, 10 points and a rebound. He's 0 for 2 from the line. 8 of his 10 coming in the first quarter. So 3 in double figures, combining for 38 points in Ramos, Gore, and Mora. Michael Mackey pretty close behind with 8. He had a tray in the first quarter and 3 rebounds. Ronnie Ross with 4 points coming off the bench and a rebound. Contre Morgan with 2 points, although he's been in foul trouble, has 3 already. Ethan Van Landingham with a bucket for 2 as well. 7 players have scored for the Eagles in the first half. They're shooting 4 for 6 from the line for 66% and have made 6 3-pointers so far. 10 rebounds, as we mentioned, the same as Clovis, and Ramos and Mackey lead with 3 apiece. The big difference, though, is turnovers. Hobbs with just 7, 16 again for Clovis. And looking at the points by scoring in the quarters, Hobbs 28-11 at the end of the first quarter, a 17-point differential, and then outscored Clovis 26-7 in the second quarter. Again, your halftime score, Hobbs 54, Clovis Wildcats 18. We'll take a final 3-minute break and come back with more second half action live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
You're clear.
Wait till I get back on because I'm going to run to the restroom, please.
Okay.
Thank you. back.
"20 seconds. "10. "5. 3, 2, 1, go."
Get ready for the third quarter here at Tasker Arena. Ty Brent here with you. Tiffany Stuber at the station. Eagles up 54-18, up by 36 over Clovis. Last time these teams played last year, Eagles won a 2-point thriller in Clovis, 53-51. Aaron Moore with 15 points, 11 for Jalen Gore and 7 for Jesus Ramos. That big bucket by Mackey in the paint before the buzzer sounded. Hobbs won the second game, 95-61 by 34, so close to a mercy rule in that one. We got that going on right now. Jalen Gore with a 36-point lead right now at the top of the circle. Spins at the free throw line. Goes it back door to Mackey on the baseline. Spins, turns, double pump, and a foul going up. Ball went straight up in the air, but he got sandwiched. So Mackey will go to the line to shoot two. He's a few words for one of the guys that tried to block him that time, R.J. Nora. Going to call the foul on Hall, his first. That'll be the first team foul on the Wildcats in the second half. That game that they won, 95-61, was here at Tasker. Aaron Moore had 24 points, 13 rebounds, a double-double. Jesus Ramos, 13 points and 6 rebounds. Katre Morgan, 10 points and 7 boards. Ronnie Ross with 9. And Michael Mackey had 7 rebounds in that game. Mackey makes his first free throw, now with 9. And the second shot is up and good. He's got 10 points. Eagles are now 6 of 8 from the charity stripe so far. Score now 56-18. Morgan gets a steal, goes to the rack on the left side and puts it through for 2. As Katre Morgan now with 4 points. That'll be the 17th turnover for the Clovis Wildcats. Eagles now at their biggest lead at 40. And again, we are in the mercy roll. 58-18. Into the front court right wing is Weiss. Top of the circle, dribbling through his legs. Puts on the brakes as Van Landingham steps up. Unloads to the right wing to Gutierrez. Pass off left side 3 on the way for Nora. Off the back of the rim. Pulled down by Mora on the right block. His second board. Outlet down the court to Mackey. Left baseline. Back to Van Landingham. Almost got his head taken off. Able to pull it down in the left corner. Tries to spin. Knocked the ball off the legs of the defender that time. And looks like got on Clovis by Manuel Gutierrez. Luckily for Van Landingham. Eagle basketball right baseline. Still up by 40. Ethan kicks it back to Mackey. Top of the circle. He'll back it out. To the left wing. Puts on the brakes, comes down the lane on the reverse, back door, and there's Mr. Morgan laid in for 2. Effortless that time, nobody putting a hand up in his face. 6 points for Morgan, and now 60-18, up by 42. Long pass in the backcourt, going to the far sideline off the dribble is Gutierrez, beats Mackey to the left elbow, fires up a shot from his chest and swishes it through. Gutierrez now with 4 points. 60-20, a 40-point lead. Here come the Eagles. Mackey in the front court, guarded by Weiss. Coming back to get it. Gore on the near side, dribbles to the timeline, through his legs, to the left elbow, down the lane. Pop a shot from the middle of the paint, off the front of the rim, no good. Pulled down by Nora for his third board. Up ahead to a fast Weiss to the rack and scores off the right side. Mackey tried to block from behind, a little too late. Weiss now with 5 points. 60-22. Here come the Eagles. Mackey in the front court. Slows it down as he sees the defender up top, Weiss. Pass off to the right wing. Morgan a fire for 3 uncontested. In and out, no good. Rebound by Gore on the left block. Tries to go back up. It's knocked out of his hands by Nora. Outlet to the near sideline. And passed up across the time stripe to Gutierrez. Cross court left to Weiss. Makes a 3. Dribbles the left corner. Fires a 3 anyway. Air ball over the back of the rim. Pulled down by Mackey on the left side. His 4th rebound. Finds Van Landingham coming down the lane. Misses the scoop shot. And here come the Wildcats in transition. On the near sideline is Webster after his second rebound. Over to left wing to Nora. Gets a screen from Hall to the free throw line. Kicks it to Webster. Almost lost the ball. Ball loose. Jalen Gore double teaming with Van Landingham. It's on the court. Van Landingham diving for it. And they're going to say there was a timeout called by the Wildcats on the baseline as the official at the half court. Don't know how he heard that with Coach Isler's mask on that time, but the official must have seen or heard something. So Clovis will retain possession after the timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Hobbs up 60-22. Come back with us on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
You're clear. 15.
Can you check my audio again? Now somebody says they can barely hear me. Golly.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
4:58 left here in the third quarter. Eagles up 60-22 as they lead by 38 points. Still in mercy rule. Inbound to the backcourt for the Wildcats after their timeout. Bringing it up on the dribble is Luciano Webster. Into the front court, guarded by Ramos. An errant pass gets away from his hands. Jalen Gore takes it away. He goes to the rack on the reverse layup right side and puts it through. He's got 19, and that's now 18 turnovers for Clovis. 62-22, a 40-point Eagle lead. Their biggest lead has been 42 here in the second half. Coming to the timeline. Dangerous throw back deep for Gutierrez. They get it across finally to Nora. Goes back door to Hall, who lays it on the right side. He's got 8 points, 62-24. Here come the Eagles in transition as Jalen Gore will slow it down top of the circle. Backs it out to the timeline. Get a mercy rule clock going on. Pass off to the right corner. No, he took the dribble, and then there's a whistle on that far side. And now Coach Reeves is wanting to know. They're going to say he stepped on the line on the sideline, and Coach Reeves is out on the court. Want to know what the heck's going on here. Clock stop at 3:56. Now they're going to get it going again as they had to talk to the ref, and the Coach Reeves were discussing that one. In the backcourt, the dribble is Weiss to the far side. Double team with Ross and Gore, and then Ross stays on top of him, and dribbling out of bounds is Weiss. That'll be another turnover. 19 now for the Wildcats. Clock continues to run with the mercy rule underway. Eagles up by 38, just need 35 to keep that mercy rule in effect. Inbounding will be Ramos, who just checked in on the far sideline of the front court. Up top to Gore. Holds the ball for a second, is guarding him close. Is Webster, fires up a three as Webster backed up just a step away. And boy, there's the big tray for Jalen Gore. He's got 22 points and a timeout by the Eagles. Fans are on their feet, and I believe we just got a record right there by Mr. Gore as he nails that three-point shot. Everybody's standing up here as the Eagles lead 65-24, a 41-point lead. We'll take a quick 30-second break and come back live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
You're clear. $15. $5, 3, 2, 1, go.
Jalen Gore does have the record now for most three-pointers in a career with that fifth three-pointer of the ball game. That gets him at 62, so it does break the record. Eagles up by 41. A steal across the timeline for Ramos. Sends it ahead to a breaking Ross with a lefty layup and puts it through. Ross now with 6 points, 20 turnovers for the Wildcats, and now 67-24. Eagles working on their 20th win in this ball game. Into the front court of the far sideline, spinning with it is Hernandez. Bad pass to the timeline. Jalen Gore takes it away. Top of the circle, down back door to Ramos and lays it in on the left side. Ramos now with 13 points. 22 turnovers now for Clovis. 69-24. 45-point lead. That's what the lead was in Roswell at the final mark. Into the front court, the pass to the right wing to Hernandez. Dribbles to the right elbow, backs out, fadeaway shot. Rainbow off the front of the rim, though. Pulled down at the free throw by the shooter, Hernandez. Kicks left side to Weiss for three off the back of the iron. Ball loose on the baseline, saved by Morgan. And it looked like it hit Weiss. One official says it's going to be Clovis ball. The other official said there was a deflection, so they're going to have a little conference now on the baseline as the sixth man up in the crowd for the Eagles moaning about that one, and they get the change of call. It will be Hobbs basketball. They had a nice cheer to react to that one. Full court pass from Gore to Mr. Mora, and he jams it home on the right side. Sidewinder jam. Clovis completely oblivious, and now Coach Isler out of the court says his team wasn't even ready for that play. He's yelling at the official in his face, and now they're going to stop action. Refs coming together again. Big discussion going on right now. Is Mora going to get this basket to count or not? All three officials meeting at half court as Isler talking to all of them, and I'm not sure what the heck happened there. They put the points on the scoreboard, but I'm not sure if that's official yet. So 71-24 is what it looks like. Coach Reeves is out on the court. That would be the 12th point of the game for Mora. Still waiting to see. They have a big, big conference right in the middle of the Eagle mascot in the middle of the court. And Coach Isler still having a discussion with one of the officials. Still, they don't have this thing settled. Now the scores table's even buzzing the officials, wanting to know what's up. Still waiting to change our scoreboard on YouTube because I'm not sure if this is going to count or not. Looks like they're getting ready to give it back to Hobbs on the base side of the backcourt, so I think we're going to have to take away some points from Mora. I think Coach Isler was arguing that his defense wasn't even ready. They didn't even know whose ball it was, and all of a sudden it was down court to Mora, who dunks it. So they're going to remove the points off the scoreboard, so it is 69-24, so Mora has to remain at 10. And Eagles will get it again. Inbound to Jalen Gore as he brings it up across the time stripe. Top of the circle, comes around the right circle and hands it off to Ramos. Down the lane, hippity-hop. Over to left corner to Ross. Gives back to Ramos left side. To the free throw line off the dribble. Turns and fires the J. Bouncing around the rim and good. Jesus Ramos now with 15 points. 71-24. Eagles up by 47. Biggest lead of the ball game. In the front court, getting a double team is Stone to the top of the arc. Lost the ball. Actually, it was Webster. Stolen by Jalen Gore from behind. Sends it ahead to Ross. Misses the righty layup, but tipped back over the front of the rim by Aaron Mora. He just lost the hold on the ball that time, and Mora helps him out with the cleanup. 12 points for Mora, 73-24. Up by 49. Into the front court. Shot from the free throw line by Webster's blocked by Mora. Pulled down by Ramos, his fourth board. Comes down the lane. Alley-oop backdoor, and Mora just tips it over to the left side of the iron for another score. He's got 14 overall. It's 75-24. A 51-point lead for the Eagles. Biggest of the ball game, half a century mark plus there. And another timeout for Coach Isler and the Wildcats. We'll keep it right here at Tasker Arena. The Eagles will be on the road next Friday, so they got a pretty big layoff a whole week to prepare for the Carlsbad Cavemen. Carlsbad playing Roswell tonight. And in the Max Preps poll right now, the Cavemen at number 8. With an 18-3 record. The Eagles at number 5 at 19-2, so about 3 difference in terms of the rankings. We mentioned in the pregame show that Carlsbad beat Clovis this past Tuesday, 60-27. So that was a 33-point victory for the Cavemen. They got 18 points from Perez. Their only double-digit score in that game. They got 9 from the right kid. He was second in the scoring, and a couple sevens from Campos and Gonzalez for Carlsbad. The Cavemen out-rebounded Clovis 28-14. They shot 100% from the free throw line and 47% from the field in that ball game. And the Carlsbad Cavemen getting 10 steals against Clovis. And a big start of that game. Carlsbad was up 26-9 in the first quarter, and was also outscoring Clovis in the second quarter, 25-6. As they led 51-15 at the half. All single-digit scores for Clovis first through fourth quarters in that loss to Carlsbad. Again, that was 60-27 on Tuesday. Clovis basketball after the timeout. Dribbling around is Weiss. Throws it across the timeline right to Jalen Gore. 24 turnover. He comes down the lane left side. Double clutch and scores over the rim. So Gore now with 24 points to lead the Eagles. It's 30 seconds left here in the third quarter, 77-24. 53-point lead, the biggest of the ball game. Into the front court, Weiss right wing, hands off behind to Nora. Dumps it back to Weiss in the right corner. Comes up with a dribble right to left. On the near sideline off the zigzag. Double team with Mora and Gore. Uses up and stops. Throws it up top to Nora. Slings it over to the left corner. 3 on the way for Webster off the side of the rim, no good. Chased down in the left corner by Ross, his second rebound. Clock down to 2. Throws it up court to Ramos on the right base. Tries an alley-oop. Back door to Mora, but it comes off the iron, and that will end the third quarter. But the Eagles with a 53-point lead at the end of 3. We'll come back in 60 seconds live on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
You're clear. $30. $15. 10. 5. 3, 2, 1, go.
As we prepare for the fourth quarter here at Tasker Arena, everybody getting involved offensively for the Eagles. Leader is 24 for Jalen Gore, 15 for Jesus Ramos, 14 for Mora, and 10 for Michael Mackey, so 4 in double figures. Eagles with 23 points in that third quarter, 6-4 Clovis. A bad shot from the right side, rebound by Mora. Up ahead to Ross with a layup on the left side. He scores. Ross with 8 points, Mora with 3 rebounds. It's now 79-24. So the Eagles putting this one in the book early. Been mercy rolled this whole second half. Into the front corner of the left wing is Hernandez. Puts it up top to Webster against a 2-3 Hobbs Eagle zone. Dribbling through his legs, Gore tries to pick it away, unable to get it. They send it back to the left side to Webster. Drives the baseline. Actually, that's Gutierrez. Underhands it to the right block. Leaning and shooting is Roberts. Hits off the rim, comes off, and goes off on the baseline. They're going to give it back to the Wildcats off the hands of Ross. Jalen Gore will get an applause as he leaves the court for a sub, as the crowd knows he's got that record for three-point shots for a career against the Wildcats tonight. Inbound to the left corner is Gutierrez. Kick up top to Webster. Quick touch pass top of the circle again to Hernandez. His three's on the way and good. Second tray of the game for him. 6 points for Hernandez. 79-27. Eagles in the front court trying to drive right side of the lane is Ramos, and a hold foul. They'll tack that one on Gutierrez. 79-27. So Gutierrez will pick up his first, second team foul on the Wildcats. Mercy roll game going on here. Eagles up by 52, 79-27. Inbound to Gilberto Miranda, who just checked in, gives it off to Mackey at the timeline. 2-1-2 zone, now make it a 2-3. Over to Van Landingham on the right wing. Quick pass to Mora, right corner. Up top to Mackey. Fakes the pass and backs it out off the dribble. Over to Mora on the left block. Goes up high with his size and scores big time over the shorter defender, Cash Roberts. Mora now with 16 points, 81-27. Eagles putting this one big time in the W column. This will be their 20th win of the season. Top of the circle, Webster. Over to left wing to Weiss. Bounce pass in the paint taken away by Van Landingham. That is the 25th turnover. Alley-oop back door to Mackey on the left, and he lays it off the glass for 2. Mackey with 12 points. 83-27 Eagles. 56-point lead. That's the biggest of the contest. Coming into the front court off the dribble is Webster. Back to the timeline. Unloads to Weiss. To the left corner, a 3 on the way. Off the back of the rim. High off the iron was Nora, and pulled down by Van Landingham in the middle of the paint for his second rebound. He'll come down the lane, lost the ball, got swiped out of his hands by Hernandez, picked up left corner from Miranda. His 3 is in and out from the deep corner, but tipped back up and in by Ramos over the front of the iron. Ramos continues to help out the squad with 17 points and 5 rebounds, 85-27. 3-point shot from the right wing for Gutierrez comes off the back of the iron. Ramos with another rebound, his 6th. Gets it off to Mackey near side. Hard dribble to 3-on-3. Pass down to Miranda, left corner for 3, and this time he gets one. Gilberto Miranda coming off the bench for a tray. 88-27. Eagles by 61. Biggest lead of the ball game. Been saying that a lot tonight. Into the front court, left wing is Hernandez. Puts it up top to Gutierrez. Back to Hernandez. A runner from the left baseline. Air ball. Loose underneath the hoop. Pulled down by Nora for his 5th rebound. Up top to Webster for 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound on the left block for Roberts. Gets it swat out of his hands and chased down in the right corner. Taking a drive down the baseline right is Hernandez. He tries to go through 2 defenders and they call the reach foul. Ramos in the paint trying to signal a walk, but not going to get the official to change his mind on that one. So a foul on the Eagles. Clock running with 4 minutes left in the game. That'll be only the first foul of the second half. Waiting to see who they call that one against. And there'll be a timeout as Coach Isler knows he can't afford to let this game continue because got to get some strategy in there. They call the foul on Gilberto Miranda, his first. And it is a 60-second break. We'll take half of that 30 as the Eagles up 88-27, a 61-point lead over Clovis. Back in 30, live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
You're clear. $15. Five, 3, 2, 1, go.
Back here at Task Arena with the Eagles up 61 over Clovis. Hobbs Lady Eagles are leading in Clovis 51-29, but they were down early 29-20, but a big turnaround for the Lady Eagles in that one to pick up the lead, up by 22 now with a lot of starters on the bench, either injured or out, and some foul trouble there in the first half. Of course, the Lady Eagles winning their first game of the district on Tuesday as they throttled Roswell just like the boys did. Clovis basketball after a timeout. Mercier underway, just 4 minutes left, ticking in the fourth quarter. In the front court is Hernandez on the right wing. Sliding with him is Miranda. Top of the circle. Crossover to the right elbow, fakes a shot, and returns up top to reset. Pass to Roberts and gets it back, does Hernandez. Drives to the free throw line, sends it back to the timeline to Webster. Webster with a stop and go as he put his head down for a second. Kicks it back deep to the left side, Hernandez. 3-shot from NBA distance off the back of the rim. Long rebound for the Eagles. It's Pena. Throws it down the lane to Mackey. Lost the ball. Picked up by Miranda. Comes over the top of the rim. Actually, that was Pena who lays over the front for 2. Pena's first points coming off the bench for the Eagles. 90-27. Eagles up by 63, the biggest lead of the ball game. Into the front court, dribbling behind his back is Webster. Top down to the base, or make it the timeline. Comes down the lane off the dribble. Throws up a shot rejected by Mackey, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds as it comes off the hands of Jordan Chisholm, who checked in for the Eagles as well. Hobbs basketball off the hands of Clovis, too, on that one. Clock running underneath, 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth on the Mercy roll, 90-27. Eagles up by 50, or make it 63. Mackey in the backcourt waiting for the inbound. As it comes in from Miranda. Mackey will bring it across the time stripe. Actually, that was inbound from Pena. Mackey in the front court, stop and go. Got away with the push-off that time. Sends the pass over to left wing to Miranda. Back to Mackey at the timeline. Clock to 2:25. Stop and go to Miranda on the left wing to the corner now off the dribble. Gets bounced into by the defender, no call. Spin move, hand off to Mackey, deep left corner again. Comes down the lane, high arching shot, double clutch off the back of the rim. Mackey gets his own rebound, goes back up with a fade on the left baseline and scores. Mackey now with 14 points and 5 rebounds. 92-27. Biggest lead now is 65 with 2 minutes left in the ball game. Ball comes in, Hernandez in the front court, throws it up top to Levenshon. Over to left wing to Gutierrez and back deep to reset near the timeline. Middle of the court for Roberts. He's guarded by Chisholm. Comes over to left wing. Underhands it over to Hernandez. He'll back it out on the time, or make the perimeter. Back to the time stripe to Levenshon. Comes right, underhands it over to Gutierrez with 1:35, running a lot of clock. Perimeter passing game going on. Kind of question mark, down by so many points, 65. To the right wing, Hernandez, top of the circle. Comes down the lane, fakes a shot one left way, and then tries to go up right with the hook, and they call the shuffle the feet, moving that pivot foot and the travel. 26 turnovers for Clovis in this game, 92-27 the score. And we got too many players on the court, and referees are getting the ball in way too quickly. Coach Issa runs out of the court screaming at the officials. Talking about the subs, that's the second time that's happened. You got a bucket taken away from the Eagles because of that earlier. It's a dunk for Aaron Mora, and they took the points off the scoreboard because of not giving Clovis enough time to react as a change on an out-of-bounds call was negated. Mackey will get the inbound, drives the lane, kicks it left corner. 3 on the way for Chris Archibuk off the back of the rim. Ball's loose by Cash Roberts. He's pulling it down, though, and gets the outlet to the far side. Coming across the timeline and slowing it down is Gutierrez. Clock down to 50 seconds. Crossover move. Coming back to get it is J.J. Jones, and back to the timeline with the pass to Levenshone. Bounces it back door, left side, going to the hole with it, a lefty layup high off the glass. Gutierrez, he's got 6 points. 92-29. Eagles up big with 35 seconds left. Mackey going the distance all the way to the rack with a finger roll left side and scores. Mackey was 16. 94-29. 25 seconds left in the ball game. The Eagles up by 65 points. Across the time stripe is Gutierrez with 17. Coming back to get it is Jones to the timeline to Dixon. Dixon dribbling through his legs. Or correction, that is Levenshone. Bounce pass to the left wing. Dribble to the left elbow. Shot on the way for Gutierrez off the back of the rim. Rebound for the Eagles by Miranda. Sends it ahead to Mackey. Takes it to the rack on the right side and scores before the buzzer. 18 points for Michael Mackey. And the Hobbs Eagles get the victory with a big mercy roll. Exclamation point. 96-29. A 67-point victory here at Tasker Arena. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with the Hobbs Eagle postgame show on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
You're clear. Two minutes. One minute. $30.
One more 30, please.
Okay. 30. Ten. 5, 3, 2, 1, go.
Back here at Task Arena, the Hobbs Eagle postgame show live as the Eagles get the Mercy Roll victory 96-29 as they win by 67 points. Boy, unbelievable numbers here tonight. Eagles go to 20-2 on the season, 2-0 in district. Wildcats dropped to 3-19. 0-2 in district. Nobody in double digits for the Wildcats in this game, but Andrew Hall finished with 8 points, 2 for 2 on the line, and led with 5 rebounds. 6 apiece for Manuel Gutierrez with the rebound, and Juan Hernandez, 2 trays in a rebound. 5 points for Brian Weiss with the tray, and 2 apiece for Luciano Webster, who had 2 rebounds, and R.J. Nora, 2 points and 5 rebounds. Clovis only with 6 scorers in the ball game, just 2 for 2 from the charity stripe for 100%, and had 17 rebounds. Nora and Hall both tying with 5 in the boards, and they had 26 turnovers in this ball game. For your Hobbs Eagles, they finished with 4 in double figures. The leading scorer, Jalen Gore, again, big time production for him with those 5 trays, and he is also going to be the record holder for career three-point shots, of course. He has 218 and moves up in terms of 3 scored in the season, too, to 62 total. So he's going to continue to add on to his record as the season continues. Of course, 3 more district games, then the playoffs and the state tournament, too. So lots more opportunities to add to those numbers, and still 3 regular season games with those district contests. So things looking real good for Jalen Gore. He was also perfect on the line at 3 for 3 and had 1 rebound. Other scores in the double digits for the Eagles. Michael Mackey, he had 18 overall, 8 of those coming in the fourth quarter. Went 3 for 3 from the line and also had 5 rebounds. So a big game for Michael Mackey as well. He also hit a tray for the Eagles. 17 for Jesus Ramos coming off the bench. He did not get to the free throw line, but did hit a tray and had 6 rebounds. And let's see, we have anybody else in double digits? I think that's just about it. So that is the 4 there. Michael Mackey, Jesus Ramos, Jalen Gore. I forgot about Aaron Mora. Let me get him in here, too. 16 points, 3 rebounds, and was 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. And a lot of his stuff was just easy push shots across the glass, way ahead of the guys down the boards for Clovis in terms of inches, too. The biggest guy, Andrew Hall, 6'6". He was never even near Mora much of the ball game. Other scorers for the Eagles, Ronnie Ross coming off the bench for 8 points and 2 rebounds. Katre Morgan, 6 points. Kind of a quiet game for him. Did not get a rebound in this contest. Gilberto Miranda off the bench for a tray for 3. Also 2 rebounds. Ethan Van Landingham with 2 points and 2 boards. And Nick Pena with some late fourth quarter playing time. He ended up with a bucket and 2 points. Chris Archibute coming off the bench for a rebound for the Hobbs Eagles. And that looks like just about it for the scoring in this game. 9 players get in the books for Hobbs. Didn't get a lot of free throws due to the mercy roll. They were 6 of 8 from the line for 75% in the contest. And the Eagles had a total of 22 rebounds compared to 17 for Clovis. Top boardman Jesus Ramos with 6. Michael Mackey with 5 and 3 for Aaron Mora. Eagles with only 7 turnovers compared to 26 for the Wildcats. In terms of points scored per quarter, Eagles by 17 in the first quarter, 28-11. They outscored Clovis 26-7 in the second quarter. 23 points in the third quarter compared to 6 for Clovis. And in the fourth quarter, a total of 19 compared to 5 for the Wildcats. So completely taking care of business quarter 1 through quarter 4 in this victory. So big things being done for the Eagles. Again, 20-2 on the season overall and 2-0 in the district at this point in time. By the way, the Hobbs Lady Eagles picking up a win tonight as well. Let me get the final on that one as I just lost it. Hold on here. Was a double-digit victory, 88-27. That can't be it. That was the score I gave for our game at one point. Trying to get the final here. Last score I had was 51-39. I don't know if that's the final yet, but that was what the score was for the Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight as they took on Clovis on the road. Other action, too, tonight. We have another boys score coming in from Lee County. Our final was 64-48. Thank you, Tiffany Stuber, back at the station. 64-48, Hobbs Lady Eagles. That is a final in Clovis. And the Lovington boys lost a close one to Artesia, 62-61. That was on the road in Artesia. Of course, Artesia was in the state championship game last year. Well, next up for the Hobbs boys, they will be on the road. They got a whole week to prepare, too, because it's next Friday night. No games before that, as they'll take on Carlsbad. The Cavemen, 19-3 on the season. Definitely a very tough opponent, like they've been the last couple of years. They played Roswell tonight, and boy, they blew them away, 66-27. So definitely a romp in that one. Of course, the Eagles just got done playing Roswell and won by 45, 75-30. So Eagles scored 9 more points than Carlsbad did, but Carlsbad gave up 3 points less than the Eagles did in that win tonight, as they win by 39 points over Roswell. So Carlsbad's coming in with a 2-0 record. We mentioned in the pregame show, too, Carlsbad defeated Clovis this past Tuesday, 60-27, so winning that game by 33. Eagles did a lot bigger job tonight with the win they had, though, by 67. So that's numbers on paper. The game's got to be played next Friday. Carlsbad always plays tough at home. They got some of their wins the last few seasons were home games. They acted like it was a state championship, as they were cheering for joy. I mean, I remember last year, too, Carlsbad made it to the playoffs, but they had to stay home due to COVID, so that was an unfortunate end to their season. Final score once again tonight is the Eagles get their 20th victory of the season, and it is a mercy roll win, 96-29 over the Clovis Wildcats. I'd like to thank Tiffany Stuber back at the station. We're going to be a week away from more Hobbs Eagle basketball next Friday night in Carlsbad. About a 6:50 pregame show, 7 o'clock tip-off. Have a great rest of a weekend out there.
You're clear.
Thanks a lot, Tip.
Welcome.
Zip.